Good afternoon and welcome to Thinking About Things from WPPT Public Radio. I'm Sheila Schnanielson, your host. Before we begin today, I'd like to share some breaking news. Apparently, a reindeer at the Q107 radio headquarters got loose, and there are no casualties yet to report except for Blanco the dunce, who was torn to shreds. Blanco will be missed, and he is survived by his older brother, Donnie. And now back to our regularly scheduled program. With the trend of veganism sweeping the nation, you might think that a gopher emporium would be the last place open for business. Yet, Musky Phillip has found an unprecedented amount of success, as supply chain issues have turned many Americans to alternative sources for meat and sustenance. Musky Phillip joins us in the studio now. Musky, how are you doing?
Doing well, Sheila, and thanks for having me. Happy to be here.
Now, Musky Phillip, what can you tell us about how these supply chain issues have affected your business and its growth in this quarter?
Well, Sheila, my auntie always used to say, if you don't have a quarter, you can't have a nickel, and that's how it's going down with us at the Gopher Emporium. We've got people pouring in, flocking in from the city slickers, coming down, trying our gopher, petting the gophers, and eating them too. It's been great.
And tell us about some strategies that you've employed at the Gopher Emporium to drive or help with this flock of new customers.
Well, baby girl, can I call you baby girl?
No, you may not.
Well, Sheila, as I said, it's been new customers coming in every day. So, one strategy that we have tried to employ is putting out little bowls of mints, spearmints to be exact. We find that if you unwrap the mints before you put them in the bowls, everyone's putting their hands in those bowls, mingling, on a molecular biological level, and that sort of promotes, the togetherness of species that we're really trying to achieve down at the Gopher Emporium. Not only between humans and gophers, but between other humans.
It seems that you have some strong values down at the Gopher Emporium. Tell us more about that.
Well, Sheila, it seems today that all you see is violence in movies and sex on TV, and we're really striving to get back to those good old-fashioned values on which we used to rely.
Is that from the Family Guy theme song?
What kind of guy are you talking about now, Sheila?
The Family Guy television program?
We don't really get TV down at the Gopher Emporium. In fact, the only kind of media we consume is shadow puppetry. We believe that sort of forges and it's very fun to watch. We got one shadow play follows the Griffin family from Quahog, Rhode Island. You got Peter, Stewie, Meg, Chris, Lois, and a talking dog named Brian. So we watched that show and we learned a little bit about ourselves through those characters. That's my favorite part about it.
Now, I'm reading here that you're a veteran. Is that correct?
Yes, ma'am, Sheila, that is correct.
And which war did you serve in?
I served in, I did 2 tours during the Gopher Uprising of '97.
And in which branch did you serve?
Well, I mostly hid behind the second branch of the big oak tree. My sister was on the top branch, and the gophers were swarming around down at the base of the stump, whatever you call it. And I started shaking the tree. My sister fell, and the gophers ate her up, and that satiated their hunger for a couple more years before the next uprising.
So, would you say, Muskie Phillip, that safety is of a big concern to you down at the Gopher Emporium?
Yes, Sheila, we take safety very seriously. We got lifeguards on duty at all times down there to, keep, we got them on. They're on duty.
And so, is there a swimming component of the Emporium?
There's no swimming, but if you've ever seen the show Baywatch, the lifeguards run in slow motion, and we were trying to get something like that going down there.
I thought that you didn't have TV at the Gopher Emporium.
Sheila, that is what we call a gotcha question, and I simply won't have it. You've been in communication with our lawyers about this interview, and we were assured that you would not ask us any questions about Baywatch or Baywatch-related plans that we may have.
This is the first time hearing of Baywatch plans. Actually, you were the one who brought up Baywatch.
Sheila, I will not be fooled by your mind tricks. That you will not get me to say anything about Baywatch or plans to create a life-size recreation of Baywatch, in which Dwayne the Rock Johnson fights a mummy. So I guess it's really more of a recreation of the mummy. But you won't get me to say anything more about it, and that's that. Oh, well, all right then. Another question I have about the supply chain. You see what I did there, Sheila? You see what I did there? I acted all mad, and then I secretly I made it an advertisement for the Baywatch show we're doing. We got a gopher looks just like Dwayne the Rock Johnson. We've been feeding him. He's huge. He's the size of you and me. You see how I slipped it in? Yes. Well, if we could get back to the economic impact of these trends. Sheila, if I got one more thing to say before I go, and then I gotta pick up a prescription. It's scheduled, so I'm gonna have to leave here soon. Oh, I hope everything's all right. Yeah, I got fungus, but anyway, what I wanted to say is that Crunker Bill, he continues to try to plagiarize our business, and we have implemented a number of strategies to stop him. Can you tell us a little bit more about those strategies? Well, one of the biggest ones was our exit's 27, his is 28. We painted over the sign, the street sign. This is genius. We painted over the sign. We made it say 30, so people go past and they think if it was 29, it would have been too obvious. Sheila, you see what I'm saying? We made it 30, so people just drive right past. No one goes there. They can't find the exit. And the other strategy that's been arguably more effective has been arson. I'm sorry, did you just admit to a felony on live radio? Yeah, well, that's just between me and you. All right. Well, thank you, Musky Phillip, for speaking with us today. When we come back, I was joking. Just a joke, Sheila. All that stuff about changing signs and arson and putting anti-squirrel cannons outside their property. Just a joke, Sheila. All right, well, when we come back, we'll speak with Sheila. I think they bought it. I think they bought it hard, Sheila. I think they bought my lie. We'll be speaking with Sheila. We're going to be speaking to Sheila. If this goes to court, I'm going to need you to testify on my behalf. Our next guest is going to be... Because Sheila, my lawyer, is not that smart. He's not smart at all. He's a bit of an idiot, Sheila. I'm going to need some help with this one. Just if it goes to court, but I think they bought it, so I think we should be fine. But if they didn't, I'm going to need you to testify. Down with jazz flautist Mark Lambertson. Sheila, they bought it, first of all, I think, so this shouldn't really even be an issue. But my lawyer is just a bunch of gophers in a suit that is the size of a human, and to the naked eye would fool it, but it's really just a bunch of gophers. He never even passed the bar, Sheila. He cheated on it, and he still didn't pass. So I'm going to need you to testify if this goes to court, but I think we should be fine, because I think they bought it, but I think if it go, but